Okay, this is Political Prodder, Prodder on Politics. We're doing our election map. Why are we doing an election map? Because we got 5 times the views on the last election map we did 2 days ago. So we're going to try again. Pretty simple, actually. So got the recording running now. Switch on OBS and we start the recording. And we're recording our monitor. So this is our very conservative map showing the state of the race about a week ago. You see the Democrats have 213 and 162 Republicans. Let's flip that back to where it was. Florida, Texas, that's a little better, yeah. Based on the most recent polls, 4 or 5 polls, the Real Clear Politics, this is where we are on the map right now. Maybe not the exact shade, but this is where we were. The Wisconsin, Michigan, Delaware, Pennsylvania were all toss-up. North Carolina, Georgia were slightly leaning Republican. Nevada and Arizona were showing toss-up. So what's happened in the past few days, the past week? Well, number one, the Ohio is been targeted as a place where the Trump administration is spending money, possibly big money. They're going to have to spend time in the state because Ohio is in danger. There was a New York Times and a Wall Street Journal story the past few days that indicated that Harris was going to do some flyover, some possible stop-ins for the Democratic Senator Sharon, who is in a tough re-election fight, doesn't really necessarily want to appear with her. Kamala Harris is going to drop by. But J.D. Vance is going to have to stop into Ohio to prevent essentially a disaster. So this is our current scenario. Republicans still have locked in 264 electoral votes. And the Democrats have 213. They have Washington, Oregon, and California, Colorado, New Mexico. Minnesota is probably safe because it's the state that Walz comes from. Illinois has not been in danger. The small states up here in the northeast corner, plus the little red guy here, that's the state of Maine, because it hands out districts. Also, you see the same thing in Nebraska here, where my mouse is now, and they proportionally split output. So what's been happening? Well, what's been happening is, first thing is that Wisconsin and Michigan and Pennsylvania are just outside the margin of error. Harris, that gets her to 257. More bad news for the Democrats. More bad news for the Republicans. Harris' momentum is setting up to run you over like a hurricane. North Carolina, Georgia have hit the toss-up range. Florida, Ohio, Texas are leaning Republican. It's the middle road view. I think Iowa, although Iowa does seem to be weakening, I'm going to leave that one at full strength. So the Democrats are already at their minimal that they need. Right there. This is the middle of the road deal, 257. 232 Republicans. The election was held today, although it's very sketchy in Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. They're outside the margin of error. New Hampshire is now strong. So this is the middle of the road view, 257 to 232. So the four states that would be in doubt election night if it was today are North Carolina 11, Georgia 16, Arizona 11, Nevada 4. But here's a scenario that's partially scary for the Republicans. Nevada, due to a recent massive rally, 15,000 plus people, none of them happen to be an AI, goes lean Republican, lean Democrat, lean light blue. Republican Democrats go up to 60, 232. And now, undoubtedly, the nightmare scenario. And by the way, the Republicans are planning to defend Ohio, Florida, and Texas now. But everywhere Donald Trump has set foot recently, he has made things worse. This is a very unlikely but nightmare scenario for the Republican Party. Suddenly, you're in landslide space. I think if we got in the landslide space, the margin would get more comfortable in Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. We'll leave them there anyway. 293 to 145. So this is a landslide alert. We may be seeing a landslide. There has been no momentum Trump's way. Not a 2-hour interview with Elon Musk, not being reinstated in Twitter. There's been no momentum. It's still all going Harris. And the convention is next week. Democratic DNC in Chicago is next week. And that could make things worse. Momentum for Harris is been slow and steady. It's been basically, she was in the dead heat range in Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania 2 weeks after her ascension to the Democratic nomination. She continues to make progress of between 1% and 3% a week, probably more toward the 1%. There's been no tick Donald Trump's way so far. So I can only assume that that's the way it's going to be. If it changes, I'll let you know, but this is the nightmare scenario. And now we play those maps at the end. I've got them saved. Thanks for watching this blog, and please, can you reduce my wife from 1/6 to 1/7 or 1/8 of my followers? She's picking on me. She says, I'm your most ardent follower. I'm your most dedicated follower. You have to do what I say. That's not a cool situation. I want to be able to make my prognostications the way I want. I don't want to be influenced by my mother and my wife, do I? Probably, yeah. Subscribe, please. Like, please. I'm going to keep it up. I think I'm making sense. As you see from the map that's about to show, this is where we started with a lot of states toss-up. And then we gradually moved toward a Kamala landslide in the space of really 4 weeks, but the past week, a number of states across the line. And you'll see in the graphic that I'm about to switch to, the current state as of August 15th, Wednesday, 2024. I see no sign that momentum has slowed or stopped. It has to stop at some point. She's not going to win the entire electorate. That's not our system. But she does not seem to have a ceiling at 47%, which is where Donald Trump seems to be. In an ideal situation, and a situation that was far from ideal, he gets 47% of the vote. She can get 55% of the vote, and that will blow him away. Electoral college favors the Republicans. But you'll see. Please subscribe. Please like. Please notify. I will jazz up this content, and I will do interviews and fun stuff like that. All you got to do is ask. And here we are. 270 win. Thank you for the use of your website and your graphics. What do you think? Make a comment. Let me know. Take a chill pill.